For the Kia player profile, let's take a closer, deeper look into the night of Thompson, who had 23 points tonight. He was making some highlight reel plays, too, in that first half, finishing above his average, usually averaging, 18 points per game. So a nice night offensively for Thompson.
Well, once again, he's involved in a lot of areas while on the floor. He's another one that took 14 shots, made 11 of them for 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and just an overall great game on the defensive end. You know, there's no way, and we talk so much about how well he plays defense. There's no way he can guard everybody. When he's guarding somebody, one of their best players, what did they do? They moved the ball to somebody else. They didn't want him involved on the defensive end at all.
Yeah. It's also so interesting that everywhere the Rockets go, Amin's talked about in the pregame session, the coaches are being asked about him, the players are talking about him, the recognition he's getting from around the league. Everyone knows he's coming to town, basically, when he shows up.
And he's not doing anything spectacular. He's not flying from the foul line and dunking the ball. He's just being steady Eddie all the time. You know, one of the stars of the team, but he does the dirty work on the team. And how many times have I talked about the importance of the guys that will do the hard stuff, the defense, the rebounding, the hustle, the assisting, the running the floor. The one thing he does for his teammates is he's in constant motion, perpetual motion all the time, so it's easy to get him the ball.
Yep. Such a big part of what the Rockets do. All right, let's send you back to New Orleans. We've got Craig and Ryan standing by with their thoughts on tonight's game.
All right, thank you very much. Tough to kind of summarize what we just witnessed here tonight. 25-point lead for the Rockets early in the third. New Orleans basically shot almost 80% from the floor in the second half. Walked the Rockets right off the floor in the second half. Game got to overtime. There were some chances, obviously, for Houston. But ultimately, the Rockets gave up the biggest lead in the league this season. New Orleans rallied for the biggest come-from-behind win in the league this season. The road losing streak has reached 4 straight. They have now won 3 in a row for the first time this season. Where do you find the words? What words do you ultimately decide to use in this situation for a loss like this?
Well, for one, hats off to the Pelicans. They fought. They stayed with it. They played different lineups. Borrego was very bold. Minus 17 for Zion Williamson. He got benched in the second half. That was, surprising. He's coming off that injury. But Saddiq Bey just lit up. And you have to take it as a tough lesson, man. When you play around and you let any NBA player get comfortable, get in rhythm, and get going, you see where you end up being hurt. And Saddiq Bey was good. Murphy did just enough. They out-scrapped and out-hustled to the 50-50 balls, and they kept themselves just alive to have a chance. And for Houston, the rhythm wasn't there. But, Craig, schematically, the one thing you got to see is that you have one of the greatest scorers to ever play in Kevin Durant. He's just getting doubled at half court. When you got a guy getting doubled and you are 4-on-3 on the weak side, that's essentially that. You have to find a way to take advantage. And even bigger than the offensive side, defensively, they weren't the team that we've been accustomed to seeing of late.
Again, New Orleans was literally unstoppable in the second half. I mean, they outscored the Rockets by 16 in the fourth. It was 14-9 New Orleans, the scoring edge in overtime. Just a stunning loss. You come off the overtime loss in Denver and the controversial nature of that, and then to lose the lead, and the Rockets were rolling. They're up by 25. To lose this has been a pretty tough way. Probably the most difficult way you could have imagined for the Rockets to kind of begun this long six-game road trip.
Well, the focus wasn't there, and you saw it getting loose with a number of opportunities. But offensively, it's not about scoring the ball. It's about getting the shots that you schemed the game plan for. And I think you got to get back and trust whatever is set there. And I get it. Sometimes you're playing with Kevin Durant. He's such a great player. You want to sit and watch. We all get caught watching. But when he's doubled, you got to be prepared to destroy the double team and defensively saying, this is what we do. As far as the offensive rebounds, hey, this is what we do. So good job, 25 offensive rebounds, but in that second half didn't convert off of those looks where you have to take advantage in whatever group is out there is going to work. And look, you're going to get Tari Eason back pretty soon. Finney Smith, I don't know what his timeline is. It was good to see him. And if you're one of those guys in a situation where saying, hey, man, I want to be in the rotation, I want to get minutes, you got to step up and show out in these moments to be a part of this rotation.
Tough loss. I mean, there's no other way to slice it. Really, really tough loss. Back-to-back overtime losses for the Rockets to begin this trip, and now they have to turn around and go back to Denver to face the Nuggets on Saturday. Of course, we'll have it for you right here on Space City Home Network. But again, 0 for 2 for the Rockets on this road trip. Back-to-back overtime losses in another game against Jokic and the Nuggets on Saturday. And so till then, we'll toss it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll see you next game. And when we come back, we'll hear from Alpie and Kevin Durant. Stay right there. Back, we have the Rockets starting 5 box score, taking a look at what these guys did. Fortunately, a loss for the Rockets tonight, a tough one in overtime. This is how starting 5 did, though. Thompson, we just finished talking about his night with 23, Kevin Durant with 32, Alperen Sengun 28. Let's hear from Alpie now from the locker room.
Alpie, you guys at one point were up by 25. What do you think led to tonight's loss?
I mean, we play softer. They play hard. Second half, they play aggressive, and we didn't. And I think that was a key.
What was the problem carrying over that first half to the second half in terms of keeping up the intensity or whatnot?
I mean, we just lost focus, We thought we all had won, and we weren't. And they play aggressive, like I said, and then we couldn't match their aggressiveness in the second half. So, and we lost. So, bad loss for us, but we're going to bounce back, hopefully.
What went wrong with the late game execution offensively?
What was wrong?
Yeah, with the late game execution late in the fourth overtime.
Nothing was wrong. KD was getting doubled in the half court, and we just couldn't, get an option from that and go to basket, and we couldn't do that, and that was a game for us.
What are some ways that you all can keep the offense moving effectively when he is getting doubled like that?
I mean, we just gotta read the game, look at the rim. We got to go to rim, and because we are playing 4-on-3 back in the half court, and because we just couldn't do it, and we're gonna watch film and we got better.
What went into some of the defensive assignments?
Like I said, we couldn't play hard. We got softer in defense and offense, and we missed easy shots. We couldn't guard them like how we did in the first half, and that was the thing.
Thank you. Thanks, Al.
We're going to take another break here on Rockets post-game, but we'll hear from Kevin Durant. He shares his thoughts on tonight's game when we come back. This was earlier today. We were still having a lot of fun, Murph.
This is my Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, trying to find a way to get back to Candace by clicking her heels. If you remember, she had the ruby red shoes.
You got your ruby red.
So I was clicking my heels trying to get back to get back to Houston.
That was our dance break. I still think you're ready to perform some kind of a Christmas song
remember
and
now,
dance in that outfit.
I did that dance when we were up 25.
That's true. That's different times here. No, we are talking about a tough loss for the Rockets tonight. KD, who had 32 tonight in the loss, just spoke to the media. Let's listen in.
Hey, Kevin, what do you think led to that collapse there in the second half?
Third quarter, we didn't play with enough energy, sense of urgency. They got whatever they wanted. We weren't playing together. We weren't swinging the ball. We just relaxed too much, and they hit us in the mouth. It was a law of averages. They were missing shots in the first half. They're shooting like 34%. So they shot like 80% in the second half. So we just relaxed, got too cool, think we there already. Like, we got to play 48 minutes.
You guys have been so good at avoiding back-to-back losses since, the first week of the season. Where did this game start to get away from you in the third quarter? Like, when did you get a feeling?
We're just coming down, just taking shots just to take shots, not being precise with what we're trying to do, not having an intent on that side of the ball, and then defensively, we're just too relaxed. Like, we let them get loose. We let guys get loose in the pick and roll. We bad transition defense. Like, just an overall horrible game in the second half.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. The team is you guys are usually so physical and so aggressive. Did you feel like you maybe lacked that a little bit today?
Yeah, most definitely. I just think we lacked our whole identity in the second half. That's not who we are. And I hate that it happened like this, but it's something that we can learn from and get better from. It sucks coming in here after playing great in the first half and come out and just get a game away.
Would you call that the worst loss of the season? Even
I
though
don't even categorize it like that. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's probably going to be other moments throughout the season. It's a tough loss. You know, every loss is tough and different. You know, just like every win may be a little different.
Is that the worst ball handling maybe since that game in Dallas a couple weeks ago?
I'm not here to classify what's the best or the worst. You know, it's a bad game for us.
What's the key to moving on as you still have quite a bit of games on this road trip?
You just got to regroup and everybody individually look themselves in the mirror and see how we could just be better next game.
Kevin, what are some of the things that you all can do offensively to get you freed up when they double team you like that?
I mean, double teaming at half court. I mean, I don't know what else. It ain't at that point. It's got to play team ball. I think we got good looks. We got guys open. We just saying convert. But when I get double, I mean, every possession can't be just about me trying to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's a team game. You know, I know I can score the ball. I know it'll make the game look quote unquote easy, as people say. But if I'm getting trapped at half court, I trust my teammates to make good play. I feel like we got good looks. We just got to make them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, another break for Rockets postgame here. We're going to look ahead, see what's next, how they shake it off. All right, moving on to the next one for the Rockets, and it's actually the team they just saw earlier this week on Monday, Denver. So they go back to Denver, where with a little bit some controversy there with the finish of that game and the way that one was played out. We'll see how it goes on Saturday, though. Our coverage will begin at 3:30. They're looking for their first win against Denver this season. I'll be with you, but I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. I don't know how you won't be with wearing that.
You know what? You got a lot of nerve just dumping me. What is this?
Kevin will be back.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell Kevin to wear a red sequin jacket to keep up with you. That is fabulous, though.
Well, I appreciate it. But, you know, the last game before the Christmas break, I got something brand new to spring on you guys.
Ooh, I'll have to tune in.
Yeah.
Okay, well, get your Christmas tree up.
Yeah.
Running out of days, Murph.
Merry Christmas to you too, sweetie.
All right. Happy holidays to you guys. We'll see you Saturday for the next one here on Space City Home Network.